Alright, so the other day I was talking to my friend about the possibility that spoken word poetry was the sixth element of hip-hop. But then my friend says...
Of course not. I mean, think about it. You think Shakespeare would ever be considered hip-hop?
And at the time I said, well, no. There is no way that Shakespeare with knee-length pants,
knee-high socks,
didn't know a thing about trying to pop and lie,
or Biggie and Pop,
sling and crack rock,
or mad jump shots,
could ever be hip-hop. But that's when it hit me. See, Shakespeare is the undisputed king of modern English.
He taught us how to put the swagger back in our language.
See, back then, Kool Herc was kind of like Homer because he was the one that started.
He stretched vinyl on the table and spun it to make
magic. The way Homer stretched out papyrus to write wonderful and tragic. And the truth is, the Iliad and the Odyssey were kind of like rappers delight.
Yeah, because they were long and drawn out, and some of the verses ain't quite fit right.
Right, but they were the building blocks for what came next, before the burned CDs, MP3s, and the printing press.
Like, that gets me thinking.
Okay.
You know, the Apostle Paul must have been kind of like
Pac, because they paint pictures of perfection pinned on the cross.
And yes, it was similar, how they were lost, but by now, shouldn't it seem strange that we always kill the people capable of change? Jesus,
Gandhi,
Lincoln,
Martin,
Malcolm, Paul the Apostle,
John Lennon the Beatle,
Paul McCartney the Beatle.
Paul McCartney is... Paul McCartney is definitely still alive, by the way.
Oh, you heard about his divorce settlement though, right?
Yeah?
I bet he wishes he wasn't.
Okay, and Shakespeare didn't know a thing about selling crack.
Or how to rap.
But he knew about the beast with two backs, which we call Insolence, got Stone Cold Wrath, and the Brimstone Path.
And when Martin, Malcolm, Big and Pac passed, they called it assassination.
But
strange as they was, Shakespeare invented the word assassination. Frederick Douglass was just like Outkast, because they weren't afraid to speak real talk about the real South, and when dreams got deferred, they moved stone mountains with their mouth.
Okay, and now Nicki Minaj
was just like... Nicki Minaj was... She's just like the... She's just like Emily Dickinson.
Emily Dickinson because they make stuff.
They're both women.
Yeah, and
you know what? I heard they both had a lot of booty.
Okay, and Allen Ginsberg was just like Lil Wayne, because the rhyme style was a little strange, and everybody knows that he's completely insane.
And Biggie was just like Edgar Allan Poe, because they both were mighty and heavy and slow. And they both told great stories of storm clouds and dark skies. And they both loved their moms for most of their lives, and nobody knows
exactly why they died, but their words grew wings and continued to fly. You can still hear them rapping, you can still hear them rapping, you can still hear them rapping on my chamber door like Walter Raven nevermore.
Smoking mad Newports since out through I.N.K. from an assault that I caught in Bridgeport, New York.
And I am sure the last poets are like the Wu-Tang Clan.
How can so many sounds and voices move like one man?
Rest in peace, ODB.
R.I.P. Gil Scott.
It's not where you're from or where you're at, it's what you've been taught.
And I have learned a lot about what I am not, and Shakespeare was not. Sissy little white boy.
No, Preston Above. No, he spun stories and flung fiction about not judging something by how it looks.
He knew exactly how to drop tragedy with knowledge, and just like Kanye, he never finished college.
And in his home, he had two beds, and his was the second best, and the best was reserved for his guests, and we are his guests, the authors of what comes next. Yeah, we could write the next Othello,
Macbeth,
Romeo,
Juliet,
King Lear,
even Hamlet.
Damn it, we are the future dead poets,
future dead rappers,
future immortal martyrs,
live wires and fire starters, masters of our fate, writing to deracinaate and assassinate this debate, and pay homage to the very first white rapper.
Very first rapper. Grandmaster Shake a Shake. Come on, Grandmaster Shake a Shake. How are you doing?